Hey guys, Megadeth Jason here, and welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. And those of you who watched my last broadcast, we've seen that I restarted my franchise and went ahead and made some of the appropriate changes, the retirement of Phil Lodeholt, the release of John Sullivan, and the trade for Sam Bradford. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple things here really quick before we start going into the next game. Sorry, you guys, you could bear with me. I kind of have a fighting awful cold. If we go to the injury report, Stephon Diggs got hurt earlier last game. He's a broken collarbone. He's out for 7 weeks. So we're going to have to go and I'd like to get an additional receiver here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote someone from our practice squad just so we have some depth at receiver. I will go ahead and promote Malcolm Mitchell here. And then I wanted to take a look at some of the transactions that have been occurring in the league the first 2 weeks as well. You can see some of the signings here. Some of the bigger ones include the Eagles signing TJ Yates, 49ers signing Tajay Sharp, the Browns signing Phil Lodeholt, the Bears signing John Sullivan, Broncos signing Austin Davis, the Falcons signing Anquan Bolden, Bears signing Willie Beavers, who used to play for us. So as you can see, the Broncos signing Christian Ponder. So as you can see, there's quite a few transactions that occurred, and I find that is different than Madden games previously. There's much more transactions than we're used to. Actually, because I signed Malcolm Mitchell, I do have to cut one player. We moved Taylor Heineke to the practice squad. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get game number 2 started. This is the US Bank Stadium home opening on Sunday Night Football against Green Bay, and I will talk to you guys at halftime.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings. With that, we'll send you up to Minneapolis with our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are indeed at the beautiful state-of-the-art US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Button alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Viking club. They come win, and now they're home opener at 1.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Visiting Packers. They good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers do so many favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, well set up for the rest of the year.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 6th year now from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
The former #1 pick in the NFL draft battled his share of injuries while he was at Oklahoma, but had a terrific rookie season with the St. Louis Rams before the injury bug hit again. But this guy, when he's on his game, is about as accurate as it gets in throwing the
alone field. Give it to him running. To room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds up past the. A really nice 25 yards.
That run, defense don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run contact.
Keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he was able to tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl. Battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make it more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Bradford from the 5th. And he's up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That one goes for 20 yards.
Is doing a nice job. Play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Peterson gets the call left. Down to the 25. A second and 9. Second down, Bradford. And this is caught at the 8. That one goes for 24 yards.
That play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
For it with Peterson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. They'll try and run with McKinnon. Immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's in goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Bradford on 3rd. In the end zone, touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Pruitt, his first out of the new season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening opening drive.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. It
just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either or maybe even just strength.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll get in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. And as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25 line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a 5-time Pro Bowler. Out of Cal, it's Aaron Rodgers.
There's nothing like overlooked that marries up with great that turns out a player. And I think Aaron Rodgers epitomizes that. Didn't get many looks coming out of high school. Had to go to junior college. Was sensational at Cal. And then bypassed in the early first round. And now he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Pro Bowl ago, Emerson Griffin in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Coming off that right side. Yeah.
And that's the blind side. Quarterbacks, if you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you in this situation.
On second down, Rodgers caught on the right side. That one good for 12 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down. Down at 5. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They'll run for the first time with Lacey. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts.
Maybe I up my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of versus Auburn.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Middle, that's caught by and 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going up for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go play action here. First down. And his throw is incomplete. He's looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Quickly now a look at the defensive stride of Minnesota.
Xavier, quarterback who does not mind being physical. Whether he's covering passes or coming up in the run game, he's going to be there to make an impact.
Off the play for Lacey. Here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, second on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Where we start even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. And that'll be incomplete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. A second down throw for Bradford. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the anyway.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packers offense now. They head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Rodgers going to give to Lacy on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people, so he learned great leverage while...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. One back is Lacy. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. They're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble touchdowns. Not something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point try now for Walsh. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Vikings ready to head back out there now. They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
2nd down following the run. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense. Still first down.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. Following the penalty now, Lacey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 6. It's going to go as a loss of a yard. 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
So the run gets them the first. Operate with a fresh set of downs. One back is Lacey. Get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, the one concern I had about Eddie Lacy coming out of Alabama was weight. Became a concern in Bay in 2015.
Yeah, he was up over 260 pounds. Disappointing 2015. Looks a lot better, doesn't he?
A lot better, and when he's lean, oh boy, is he a heck of a runner.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position in this last shot before it hits.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw that's complete on the inside slant. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have an analysis of this first half. Out to the flat for Lacy. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. It'll give the Packers a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Linval Joseph continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And Nelson's got it here right side. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense 15 yards. It's third. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll get to the 10-yard line. Getting 11 on that one. And it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If it just
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On second, Bradford again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
As tight ends go, he might not provide for flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
That's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Final play of the half. Bradford. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he's brought down. So time here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry our EA Sports. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 11 yards, that produces a new set of downs. One back is Lacey. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second.
I know the toss play begins with the guy turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to us right now. Now well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
And we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
It's a pickup of 21, and the Packers have a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper and then make the tackle. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Out in the flat. And down inside the 15 and the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Everyone be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This will be caught by Nelson for a pass down. Nelson. Second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea. You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air. Right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Now and then I actually listen to class.
And you're just a scholar all the way, reading all the time. I like that you fit the
you know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back for their first possession of the second half. Now with one back and 3 ends. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. Nice run.
Peterson. And he's going to lose yard. Backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 4. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. So he makes the grab and the change move.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 47. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. Injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And to the 40-yard line, that's turn stops.
This may come a little bit out of left field, but have you ever shaken Adrian's hand?
Well, you told me it just engulfs yours.
I mean, it engulfs you, and it crushes you. All right, you get done shaking his hand, you may not have a hand, which always surprises me later that he has as many fumbles as he has in a game. I wouldn't feel anyone could get the ball.
Now, fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Left sideline, incomplete.
Pass interference.
Comes in here for pass interference. Not on the defense. This is on the offense.
Occasionally, these officials will look out and watch and see that the offensive player can make a mistake.
They come out here in the eye. The give, it's Lacy. And he'll get this in territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On the pickup, it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. They're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested to this point. Just a goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Here's Steve Weatherford now. And be able to pin him deep here with his first punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. So giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out with on 2nd down. Only a pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because the ball and they don't. And often the physical sets the tempo.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a player. Getting that football back here down. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And in this situation, the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence in the football situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game plan. Things that they've seen on tape and in previous games, them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams. This is down inside the all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The offense certainly looking to score, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the moments of this one. On 2nd down, Lacey fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So here offensively, I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. You're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it will cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the offense done at
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocks and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
With Peterson. And he'll get up to the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want to change. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a play fake here on first down. And the grab made by the tight end. And now a timeout coming from the defensive backer. It's just first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they complete, and now they face a second down. And off comes to Peterson. And he works it to the... And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense comes now first down. They give it to Peterson. Room here to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Down Minnesota. Adrian Peterson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Easy to say that they are firmly in control right now. I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That's the end zone. And back here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. They forced a big swing. They had the last time that led to a touchdown. They've got a lot to build on.
That's a pretty good sequence, too, isn't it? Defensively, force a safety. Then you got to give up. They've got to free kick it, right? And the momentum and runs downfield and scores another one for you. Love what they're doing right now on the defensive side of the ball.
Will that continue? Let's see. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll give the Packers a first down. There's Rodgers to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of there, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like up. From midfield, here's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle of the column. And he gets this inside the 35. They'll get 6 yards there. And it'll be Green Bay first down. Here's Rodgers. No options. He just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 1 receiver left to the right. Back to the air on second down. A dump off to Lacey. And he's brought down after a good game. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
Offense. Still first down.
Rodgers to throw once more. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Off the play fake to Lacey. Here's Rodgers. Looking for someone to throw to. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And that is going to set up third and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 3rd and long. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. So touchdown, but maybe 2. Still a little time left on the
touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. Guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, equation done. Now they need to convert, then get that onside. They had to go get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. Packers got it. Yeah, Bay football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back to throw. He's going to... And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in 1 shot.
1 shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other... Oh, they were coming after him.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll look to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive.
Alright guys, that ends week 2. The Minnesota defeat the Green Bay Packers 30-25 here at the home opener of US Bank Stadium. Interesting game. We had the 2 fumbles by Green Bay that were returned for touchdowns, and that put Green Bay down 21-7 early. We also had that 4th quarter safety by Anthony Barr that almost cinched the game. It gave us the 5-point lead. Green Bay had been within 3 at one point in time, and then we had Adrian Peterson finishing the game off with a late 4th quarter touchdown. A little nervous at the end of the game with Green Bay for returning that onside kick like that with 1 timeout. I thought maybe Aaron Rodgers might pull out one of his miracle Hail Mary 4th quarter comebacks. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stats this game. Aaron Rodgers really lit us up, as he usually does with the Vikings. 3 touchdowns, 277 yards. Sam Bradford having another pedestrian game. Not horrible, but fantastic. 9 for 14 for 141 yards and a touchdown with no turnovers. Look at the rushing for the Vikings. Peterson had a solid game. 18 carries, 141 yards and a touchdown with a 7.8 yard average. Receiving for the Vikings, only 3 people had receptions this game. We had Treadwell, who had another decent game, 3 receptions for 55 yards. Kyle Rudolph had 4 receptions for 76 yards. And Michael Pruitt had 2 receptions for 10 yards and Sam Bradford's lone touchdown of the game. Defensively, Everson Griffin picking up 2 sacks, Anthony Barr picking up 1 and that safety, and Linval Joseph with the sack as well. So folks, we'll go ahead and we'll end there. We will see you next week when we travel to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Megadethjason, and look for me on YouTube at Megadethjason as well. You can also add me to Xbox One if you want to play Madden online, or any other game online. I do play a lot of other games outside of Madden. My username is Megadethjason as well.